Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher. Welcome to Sweetwater's iOS update. This time out, a new amp emulator from IK Multimedia. Let's get started. Our app today is Orange amps from IK Multimedia, an amplifier emulator that simulates the sound of a variety of Orange amplifiers, both guitar and bass models. In addition to the amplifier models, we've got several different features that are very nice for guitar players, both for practicing and for working on new songs. I'll be demonstrating this app today using a Gibson Les Paul Standard 59 reissue, and we're playing through an IK Multimedia iRig HD interface. So let's begin by listening to some of the amplifier sounds. Our first amplifier is the Rocker Verb 50 Mark II. Now I've got all the controls set to 5 here. The reverb is also on 5, so we're getting some ambience out of the amp. We've got a 4x12 cabinet, and we're miking that up with a 57. You can hear we've got all that crunch that comes from Orange amplifiers. It's a very authentic sound. Now let's switch over and check out the next amplifier. Our next amplifier is the AD30. Once again, I've set all the controls to 5. We're running through that same 4x12 cabinet, and we've got a 57 microphone on it. There's a slightly different character here from the Rocker Verb. It's just a little less bright, a little less aggressive than the Rocker Verb is. Next up is the Tiny Terror amplifier, and you can hear with all the controls set to 5, it has slightly less gain than the other two amps we've listened to. Now, of course, we can adjust that gain up and we can adjust the tone up to get a brighter sound or to get a lot more distortion out of the amp. Next up, we'll look at the Thunder Verb 200. Now, this is a 2-channel amplifier, and I've set up channel A to be more of a saturated lead sound and channel B to be a cleaner sound with just a little bit of breakup. So here's channel A. We've got tons of gain on this channel. I've got the gain really at about 1 o'clock, so we have a long way to go to add even more saturation. But now let's switch over to channel B. So a much cleaner tone with still just a little bit of hair on it. We've got a single tone control here for shaping the sound. On the dirty channel, we've got 3 bands of EQ, bass, mid, and treble. Next up, we'll look at the 40th anniversary OR50. Now this amplifier has quite a bit of gain. We've got 3-band EQ on this one as well. Our last amplifier is the AD200. Now obviously I'm not playing a bass, but this is a bass amplifier that lets you set up the sound that you want to hear using the different speaker cabinets as well as the microphone. Now let's go back to the Tiny Terror amplifier and listen to what the different cabinet options do to our sound. Here we've got the 4x12. We can switch that to a 2x12. Or a 1x12. Our other two options include the 2x12 8030 cabinet, as well as the 1x15 bass cabinet. Normally you would pair that 1x15 bass cabinet to the AD200 bass amplifier, but it's also useful with the guitar amplifiers for a completely different tone. Let's go back to the 1x12 and listen to the 2 microphones. Here's with the 57. And here's with the 87. so a dramatically different sound there. Between the 5 different guitar amplifiers, all the different cabinets, and these 2 microphones, you can really shape your sound before you even begin messing with the controls on the amps. In addition to the amplifiers, cabinets, and microphones, we've also got effects on board. We've got 4 slots here across the top that we can load pedals into, and we've got 3 pedals on board, a noise filter, an overdrive, and a tremolo. Other features of the Orange Amps app include an onboard recorder. We've got a song trainer in there where you can slow songs down, you can loop a section of a song so you can work on songs that are in your music library or import other music in and play along with it using the app. If you're looking for an app that will let you take the classic sound of Orange amplifiers on stage, into the studio, or into the practice or rehearsal rooms, this is a great choice. IK Multimedia has done a great job of recreating the authentic sound of the Orange amps. You got all those extra features. Really a great choice for guitar players looking to emulate the sound of classic tube amps. I hope you've enjoyed this installment of Sweetwater's iOS update. Be sure to tune in next time. We'll have more apps, more hardware accessories, and more tech tips on making music with your iOS devices. I'm Mitch Gallagher.